Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mothers and fathers, aunties and uncles, nieces and which other one? That one. So welcome to another episode of What a Story. Today we have an amazing guy, amazing guest that is here with us today. He's one of those small boys. I call him a small boy. He's my boy. He's Tangeni, my boy. You know, my firstborn is Tangeni. So I just want to welcome, to take this opportunity to introduce this amazing guy. He's a student. He's been working hard on his studies. He's been working hard on, his upbringing. And I think today we just want to get this opportunity to let him give us his story. You know, sometimes we always say it doesn't have to be a celebrity. It doesn't have to be one of those unique people. It is these amazing people that give their own stories. And just to share out, and we believe and hope that is going to inspire someone outside there. So without further ado, I want you to help me welcome Mr. Tangeni. The other names I don't know very well. So brother,
yes.
Within that, can you just introduce yourself?
Yes, morning guys, afternoon or evening, whatever. Yes, as my name is said, I'm Tangeni Ongwediva. But most of them, they call me Nathan, Mr. T. So, to start, I was born and I'm born in Ongwediva. Ongwediva is north side of the country, Namibia. And I grew up in Ongwediva. I started my school there till grade 6, and but life was so hard. That is it.
Okay, maybe I should just ask before we go very far.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just ask, which year were you born?
1996.
1996.
Is the year I was born.
Where exactly were you born?
As I told you, I was born in Ongwediva. Eliambala is the village in Ongwediva where I was born.
Eliambala.
Eliambala. Yeah. Just close to Tangeni. Yes. Born and raised in Ongwediva.
Born and raised in Ongwediva.
Yes.
But you told me once that you schooled in Congo or something?
Yeah. I schooled in Congo. So I said when I reached my grade 6, when my mother went to Congo and find a field, it's a Shuambo field, and then she said, because we cannot just grow up like that, big people in the in town like that, we need the field to cultivate our mango and so whatever to satisfy us. So my mom went to Congo and then find a field there. We went there. That was grade 6, 2000, and if I'm not mistaken, 2008 or 2009, somewhere there. So when we went there, I stayed there. I completed my grade 10 there, and still I continued with my grade 11 and grade 12 there.
Maybe I should ask something. You, in all this story, you're not telling me anything about your father. Where is your father?
Okay, to start this way, my father and my mother were not married. I mean, up to now they are not married. So my father has a wife that he is married with a church somewhere, a tomba Edunja somewhere there. That's where my father's house is. And when they separated, my father went back to his house where the wife is. Yeah, so they separated, and then us, we went with my mom, and then my father to his house. So my father now is at Nengali, somewhere between Edunja and Edunja and the Tomba.
Edunja and the Tomba.
Yeah.
Tell me something. I know it is not easy for many people I've interacted with. You would find that there are sometimes maybe the father is not there, the mother is not there. There is a disconnect, you know. I hope you don't mind if I ask, have you been in touch with your parents since you were born? Are you in constant communication? What is your relationship like with your father?
Oh yeah. Actually, when I'm in a relationship up to now with them, So I used to contact them, and then they contact me to my father and my mother. But uh, my father is not that much as my mother, because I grew up with my mother. My mother raised me when my father wasn't there, and then let me say that year 2008, my father, when he went to his house, my mother took me so that I can go to school to Okongo. And then, because I'm used to my mom, there's been maybe for 4 years without talking to my dad, because that time I don't have even a phone. I cannot even say, "Oh, I want to go visit my father. I want to talk to my father," because my mom and my dad were not in good contact.
Okay.
So when I completed my grade 10, 2014, I decided, I have nothing to do at the village anymore. And it has been long without seeing my father. I'm having a cousin in Oshikango. I told my mom, "Mommy, can't I go to Oshikango and maybe work with my cousin?" When I came to Oshikango 2014, November, December. It was November when we finished with the exam.
2014?
Yeah, when we finished with the grade 10 exam. So when I came to Oshikango, I decided to call my dad, and then my dad told me, "I'm just here, close here. You can just get a cab and then come to my place. My place is just close to the road." So I just got money. When I used to work with my cousin used to give me some money, and then I keep for myself, buy my things that I want to buy. Then I went to my dad 2014, yeah. 2014, I went to my dad. From there, we have been good, in good condition. We've been in good relationship. We have been like calling each other and talking to each other. Yeah.
So you managed to get a communication with at least you are in contact, I should say, even if not constant, but at least you communicate.
Yeah, I communicate.
That's a good one. I wanted to know something. After you finished grade 12, what did you do? How did you perform? How did you perform? What did you do? As in, how did you get yourself into, how many points did you get?
Oh, yeah. As I said, life wasn't easy. Life has been hard on my side. So 2017, it was 2017. Yeah, 2017. 2017 was a matriculant. So when the result came out, I didn't do well. So I decided, because when I wrote my grade 12, that time I was at Ongwediva. I used to come from Ongwediva to go to school at Toshela in Okongo. So home weekend, I go to Ongwediva, come back to Toshela if there is money. If there is no money, I stay to some of my cousins in Okongo or somewhere close to Okongo. And when we were done with the exam, came to Ongwediva to stay there. Because my mom, since I was growing, my mom was a street vendor. My mom has been a businesswoman. Because I think, if I can remember, she told me she started selling in streets 1970, before our firstborn was born. Because our firstborn was born 1975. So I went to Ongwediva when I was done with my exam to help out my mom with selling. I found my mom is selling maize, selling tomatoes, selling sweets, selling fish, fed cooks. And then I told my mom, "Can I help you here?" And then, life was threatening as well, because at that time we are having something to eat. So I completed my grade 12 that 2017. 2018 January, when the result came, all the results came. No, I didn't perform well. And 2018, I registered for NAMCOL, Gabriel Tabobi Ongwediva. So I studied, and then when the exam came out, I did well. But yet there was no money to take me to university. So 2019. Yeah, 2019. I went for Science Foundation. It's a course offered in UNAM. And if you study that one, you are only allowed to study with UNAM. So I did well, and then 2020 I was admitted. I got a space in UNAM for the
So
first year.
the other question is, all this time from 2019, that time that you are not, who is supporting, who is like providing for you? Only your mom? Or how are you going through the issues of education in terms of finance?
Oh yeah. Oh, if I'm to come to that one, I am strong like my mom. I believe that I am strong, and I know it. So that whole time, yeah, 2018, when I was doing NAMCOL, my elder sister told me, this security company that is recruiting people. And then I'm that person that in my heart, I'm always saying, no, I cannot work for someone like a company, or if I'm not working for the government, it's better I work for myself. Then I came up with an idea of going to cut firewood and start selling to the people. Those people that sell kapanas and cook meat. I go in the bush, get some firewood, and bring to the people that are selling kapana, and then they buy. I told my mom, can you buy me a wheelbarrow? So per wheelbarrow was $100. And that $100 helped me a lot. My mom also used to eat for me because she's always selling. I said she has been a street vendor. That time she wasn't at Okongo. She came to stay with me in Ongwediva, sell maize and fed cook, and then me, I'm selling my firewood this side, and then sometimes I'm helping her out with selling also. So we add the money together, pay for my NAMCOL. After finishing my NAMCOL, and I still do the same thing, and then pay for my Science Foundation course. I go to church, one of the church in Ongwediva, and then so I decided, let me join the media team in that church. Because I'm that person that I know if I want to do something, I'm capable of doing it. If you are giving me something to do it, I will do it. So I started taking videos in the church. And then I came to realize that I can make money out of that. I borrowed a camera from my classmate. That was last year, I think. A camera, yeah, it was last year. Camera, just to help myself out, taking pictures of people in town. Yes, I'm that hardworking person. Take pictures of people, and then, yeah, earn something for my food and cosmetics and clothes. That is it. That's how I've been surviving.
How has life been? How has life been, if we say from just what, because the thing that made me really realize you is the stories you are giving me. And one of the things that I think amazes me is, even if when you come to visit, you always have your sweets to sell, Yeah. That one communicates a very different approach to a student, you understand? Like you're still a student, and it's not common. It's not common to find that a student is like, doing some side hustles in the process of doing this other thing. So how has life been living alone in Ongwediva? And I know you have some struggles here and there. How have you been balancing? Like you've been telling me you go and to, I don't know which farm you do gardening here and there, then you come back. How has it been to, juggle between those two? And how has it affected your education?
When I finished with 2019, when the result of Science Foundation came out to be admitted to university, I wasn't having money to go pay. Still, I wasn't having money to go pay for my first year. There was this lecturer from Shakati campus that taught me mathematics, and I decided, the guy is a Zimbabwean. He's a good guy, and said if I can ask for maybe a job to do if he could help me with the money that I need to go register for my first year. Then when I went there, he said, you can dig my fish pond. It's a big thing. And so I checked the place where I should dig the fish pond. And then the guy told me, if you are going to dig this one, I'm going to help you with $1,000, $1,000 Zambian. So you add on whatever you are having, so you register for your first year. So from there, I've been doing that to wherever I go, because I'm that person that I want to help someone for me to be helped. I just don't want a person, the person is just helping me, but I'm doing nothing. So from there, he helped me with the $1,000 and $1,000, and then other lecturers also added for me. That was 2.190, I think, for the registration, or 290 somewhere there. Then I managed to register. Then that whole year, last year, I've been working here and there to just get my bread, or get something for my stomach, get something for my body to wear, and to buy my cosmetics. So I go to some people and ask them if they have plots that need to be weeded, and I do that for a living. And not to forget something is that same year, last year, before or after, just in the midst of Corona there, there's this classmate of mine. I saw him with a camera. And then in church, I do photography, video shooting. But I've never touched a camera for taking pictures. Then I told this friend of mine, this classmate of mine, that, brother, what if you help me? Because he's having 2 cameras. I told him, what if you help me one of your camera, just to help myself out? At least if I get something for my dinner or for my lunch, I'm good to go. And then the guy told me, you are my classmate and cannot just trust you like that. So at least give me something. Then he told me, that time when I used to work at my lecturer's house, after finishing registering with the fees for the registration, UNAM fees, I still go there to work. Whatever I find there, I work, and then he pays me, give me bread or food or money. Because I'm that person that if I work, I just work. And whatever you have, you can give me. So because the one for the registration is done, he can give me whatever he has. And then that time I worked, and then he gave me 800 because I was weeding and then gardening in the farm. In the garden. And then I said, no, I can rent your camera. I told my classmate that I can rent your camera. But for now, I'm only having 800. And then he told me, okay. But the rental fee is 1.5. Yeah. Then I told him, I'll give you this 800, and the other remaining fee, I'll bring it just in the midst along the way when I get it. Then I did that one, and the business was going well. So I ended up in the business of photography, selling of masks, because we are in the midst of Corona. Selling of masks, I go buy masks at the suppliers there, and then I come and sell them. I go to schools, take pictures of kids, and because I'm that person that like interacting, I remember going to the principal of GT and told Gabriel Kapopi Ongwediva, I told the principal, can I be the photographer here? Then he allowed me. I'm a lucky person, he allowed me. So from there, everything was going well. Yeah, everything was going well. And then I added also sweets. Sweets, I think I added them this year. At the beginning, they started selling sweets, knickknacks, and then yeah, I sold sweets, knickknacks, and then at the same time, I'm taking pictures. But it's just on my shoulders, me, myself. For me and for my sister, because my younger sister also is looking at me to give something, to provide something. Yeah, that's how life is treating.
So you're basically saying you are a student, but you are also doing photography, and you are also selling masks, and you are also selling sweets.
Exactly.
At the same time.
At the same time.
And what about performance in school? How do you juggle between all those? Because when you're explaining, it's like now from what I'm getting, it's like you don't depend much on your parents, and
Exactly.
but now you are basically standing almost on your own. But at the same time, you are supporting your sister. How does that go? Like, how do you manage to balance through?
A lot of people have been asking me this question, like, how do you manage your time? Books, business. You know what? This for me, I'm a different person because I get focused on something that I need to do at that moment. If I am with business, I'm with business that time. If there's something urgent for school, I go to school urgent things. Let me say, if we are in the moment, like now we are doing things online. School is online. So we don't go to school and do face-to-face classes or tests. We write online. After writing, let me say this. Schoolwork is every day. Schoolwork is every day. So I do schoolwork during the week. In weekends, like Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, Sunday. Let me say in holidays, just holidays. Even weekends are holidays. So public holidays, we recess, because UNAM gives a recess, and weekends. That's days for my photography. If a person wants to be taking pictures, I'm always telling them that should choose between those days. Because weekdays, I'm occupied by schoolwork. That's how I do my things. And then everything is proper.
Maybe I should ask, in your own opinion, like from the business you're doing, this one is a bit more personal. What would you prefer doing? I don't know how to put it. Which one brings you a little more money that is better than the other? Are we talking of masks? We are talking of sweets? We are talking of photography? Which one would you want to say, at least if I do this, it adds you much more value compared to the other?
No, of course, photography. Photography is something that is in me. Like, I can go with that one a mile with photography. Sweets, this one are just side ones. If I'm taking pictures and then someone see me with also sweets here or mask, and then the person is going to the shop and he or she doesn't have a mask, she can pass by and grab one. So this photography is the main thing. It's the main business that will bring me or earn me something that will grow me. Yeah.
Allow me to ask you a simple question, and I know some of your friends will ask me, why did you not ask this question? When people are in college, when people are in university, in college, through that season, there is always, this excitement. Now it's like you just believe everything is going to be fine. And a lot of youths your age are usually, find themselves in, these relationships that are there. Sometimes sometimes are not. Are you in a relationship? Maybe I should ask.
No, I'm not in a relationship.
Tangeni, even the way you're moving your head,
I know. That's to be honest now. That's to be honest now.
Because your girlfriend will be watching.
Yeah, no, I don't have a girlfriend. I'm not in any relationship.
You're not
relationship.
What makes you have choose that kind of decision of not having any relationship? What is the problem?
Yeah, the thing is, and my sisters are also wondering the same way you are wondering. So this thing is something very hard to, people are different now. Let me say this. for me, I'm living a life that is harder than the person that is looking at me now. You might be like, hey, at varsity, but still you are not in a relationship. So if I am to put you, a man like me, to put you in the shoes that I am, the life that I'm living, the hard life that I'm living, you won't even want to come close to a girl. Because I told myself I can't put a problem on top of other problems.
My brother, are you trying to say having a girlfriend is a problem?
Yeah, to me now, according to me now. Yeah, that is it. And the other thing is, the time that I have and whatever I have is not sufficient for having a girlfriend. That is it.
So it's a choice you made. It's a choice you decided, okay, from here, I don't think this is the right time for relationships. It's time to concentrate in education and your business. Is that what you're saying?
That is the thing. That is the thing. Because if I'm to say I have a girlfriend there and I have business here, I have school here, if I am to combine them, there is one thing that I ain't gonna give attention. And I think, according to my opinion now, business, school, and girlfriend, they all need attention. Now, if I am to give attention to business and school, and I still have the girlfriend, how will she feel about me? Okay, let me say I removed business and I give attention to a girlfriend, and then books. Now, school, remember, school doesn't give money. University doesn't give money. And the girlfriend is not there to provide you with money as a man. So the money I need is for helping myself. If I could be having enough money that I would not even want to work anymore. If I could be having enough money to help the girl, I will say I will have my girlfriend and business aside, keep business aside, and I'll be having my girlfriend and school. That is the thing. That's why I just chose to business and school.
Business and school.
That is it.
It's a good way to look at life, yeah? So my question is, what next? Okay, you're in your third year, second year? Which year are you? And another thing, have you gotten any loan from the government or so?
No. I'm actually in my second year. We're about to cross to another year. That will be my third year next year. Up to now, my first year, my second year, I didn't get any loan from the government. And to put it this way, as I said, I'm a talkative person. If I need something, I'll get it. My first year, I said I paid my registration fee with the money I worked for from my previous lecturer's house. Coming to the old tuition fee now, I approached one Indian guy, a good guy. He's a good guy. I told him, "Sir, I need your help. Because I believe in myself. If I come to you and talk to you, you'll want to help me." That is the thing. And in return, I'll not just want you to help me with that finance and I'm quiet, I have nothing to do. I would also want to help you out on something. So I went to that Indian tate and then asked him for help financially with my fees, my university fees. And he helped me out the whole year. That was a lot of money.
How much was it roughly?
That was, if I'm not mistaken, it was 35,000 for the whole year.
What?
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was the amount. And the second year, coming to second year, still I talked to the student counselor. Because even in first year, I talked to the student counselor, and then the student counselor said, "No, maybe you can just look for someone to help you out now. we are occupied. We have a lot of students that need to be helped. Some of them are in fourth year, and then they need to finish up their or complete to get their degrees. Now this year, the student counselor still asked me for my declarations from my parents and certificates or birth certificates and whatsoever to compile, and then maybe I don't know where she's taking them. Maybe they're gonna deal with the. But up to now, I have unsettled fees. Yeah, so I hope and I believe they're gonna be settled. Yeah, they are going to be settled.
How much in Namibian dollars are you owing the school as we speak?
That is now is 20. Yeah, it's only that I cannot. Maybe let me check. Let me check here quickly, because the thing is, if no, you know what, ne? For me, I'm that person. If I'm leaving, I'm good to go. And sometimes I wonder why I'm not that person that think that I need to settle this on time or. But I'm always sure that it's gonna be settled. Like right now, as we are talking, I don't know if how much I'm owing the university, but I know I'm owing the university. Let me just quickly get in the.
So first year was fully settled by that Indian guy.
Yeah, it was fully settled. Because for me, I just paid the 3,000, if I'm not mistaken. Then the whole money that was left, the Indian guy paid it. Let me just quickly.
So the
check.
Indian guy paid your full fee for first year.
Exactly.
Now second year, you have not yet completed payment.
I just paid my registration fee, which is 2,700 something.
So for the second year, you just paid 2,700.
The registration.
Registration only.
And yeah. Now I'm owing the university. Due to UNAM is 23,375 Namibian dollars. That is the money that I'm owing the university.
Okay. How much is that? Can you give me that? You have that? You know, some things we have to show them with the. This is UNAM. Let me just see that.
Yeah. Just down here. That is.
So I don't know if this one can be seen. Let me just see if we be seen and how much you've done, and it's not really. I can see the date reference number is there. This is actually from UNAM, my finance UNAM statement, and the name is the surname is Mr. Tangeni Ongwediva. Hey, yeah. Student number is there, identity number, qualification. Yeah, we're going to put all this information online just for clarity. You know, some people might think we're just having a story that is not there. Maybe you're not even a student. We have sat down somewhere and we're just cooking stories too, you know.
That is it now.
That is so impressive, man. That is so impressive. It's one of the parts. It's one of the parts about you that I had not known. You know, I didn't know, like, this interview we're just having, not because I didn't know you are going through such, you know. And it also makes me to just have that mindset of, I see where your focus is coming from, you know. I see where you decide and you're determined, and you never know. Again, you never know. Through this, maybe someone will pay all your fee. You just may never know. Things happen. God works in ways we can never understand. You can never put God into a fix. He knows where he can get you from. He knows you where he can. That is so impressive. Tell me something, Tangeni man. What makes you, what drives you on, you know? What is this thing that makes you not to give up? Because I think it's a week ago, I heard from the Namibian Broadcasting Corporation that from the beginning 2020, January of 2020 up to April this year, 700 and close to 40 people, 740 people committed suicide. A lot of them are students. A lot of them are, you know, in these marital issues. What makes you, what keeps you grounded? What makes you not to give up? Because you, from what you're explaining to us, you you are going through a time that, and every time I find you, it's like you don't care. Life has to continue. What keeps you grounded? What makes you to always have that hope that tomorrow things will be okay?
Yeah, there are people that like to say, I'm inspired. My inspiration is who from America, who from Angola, who from South Africa. Actually, that the person that keeps me going, or the thing that keeps me going, is my mom. I'm inspired much by my mom, because to look at my mom has suffered for me just to reach the varsity level, to reach the university level. My mom has suffered for me, and then she sacrificed herself to wherever she's whatever she's capable of doing, she did it for me. She did it for me and my sisters to make sure we are educated. And then that is the reason why I have to leave this. I have to grow, and then after a few years, my mom also should eat the fruits of which trees, or the trees that she has been watering. That's why, for me, doing things that I am doing now is just because of my mom. So I cannot share my mom do things that are not just good or show of quality to my mom. That's I have to do this one, live the life that I'm living as possible as I can, and then keep myself going. I motivate self-esteem. That is the thing. And one thing is, I know where I came from. It means you first, for you to live the life you want to live, you should know where you came from. Just know where you came from, and you know where you want to go. The destination is the best thing. And you will live the best of the best of the life. That is the thing that keeps me going.
That's so great. Tell me, Tangeni, I know in the process of, looking for support, talking to people, have you found sometimes people who shun you away, who don't want your story, maybe who run away from you, who do not want to pick your calls because of your situation? Have you found any time you feel rejected? Have you encountered such?
Oh yeah, that's a very, very good and interesting question. It's also a teaching question. So coming to that question, let me just start at the beginning. When I was about to register my first year, if I'm to be allowed to say the names of the organization or the team. But anyways, let me not just say them. Okay, so I went to one person, and then I told him, it's like a company or an organization. Let me just say that. I went there, and then I told them that, guys, I need your help financially. It's not that you just help me that and I'll go away. I'll need your help financially, like just to pay my registration fee. Because that time I remember it was 5,600 and something. And then they said, at the university, they said you can also pay a half of that amount. Then I told them, can you please help me with the 5,670? Yeah. Then they said, okay, we'll help you. That was before the end of registration, 5 days to go to the end of registration. Then they said, no, don't worry, we'll help you. Then at the end, just the last day of registration is when they are telling me, no, we don't have money. Like, I was so, no, I'm that person that I get angry at that moment, but just after 2 hours, I'm okay, back to normal. So I just realized that life is going to be hard though. So I need to work very, very hard just to get myself at the right position, at the right place where I need to be.
So how did it go that time when they said, when they said they don't have money anymore and the registration day is tomorrow or just within
just that day,
the same day?
The same
so
day.
What did you do?
Oh, that time is when I decided to go work to the lecturer's house where I told you I worked for that $1,000 Nambian dollars. Then the other lecturers from Shakati campus also added this one at 200, this one at 300, this one at 100. And then for me, I was having 500 in the house. When I combined the amount, it gave me the half of the 5,600. So I managed to register. And I wasn't really worrying about the person that told me we don't have that money at that moment. Because when I was growing up, my mom told me, do not trust people. Do not trust people. You can believe what they are saying, but don't trust them. That is the thing. So I believed that they are going to pay for me, but I didn't trust them. So I have been like having some ways how to get money. Because you never know, by the time you are saying the person is going to do this for you, the person is going to disappoint you. So I just went there, did whatever I was supposed to do, that I have to do. Then I managed to get that half of the 5,600. Then I paid it. That's how I settled everything.
And then the following was when the other Indian guy paid the rest of the amount. Sure. It's a tough one, eh? It's a tough one, this one, eh? So tell me, this thing is going to be shared online, yeah? This thing is going to be shared online. And in one way or the other, someone would want to know, first, to verify that actually what you're saying is true. Number two, there are people who may be willing to just support you, you know, because of your hard work, because of your background, because of what is going on. They may be willing to say, okay, this is basically what I want to come in and assist, you know. Do you have your student number?
Yeah.
You know it offered?
I know it.
You know it offered? What is your student number?
My student number is 2190 54 967. 2190 54 967.
967. That is the student.
That's the student number.
Student number at UNAM Ongwediva campus.
HP campus.
HP campus. Another thing is, as we summarize, we would not want to take this one too long. Where can someone reach you? Like, you are doing business, you said.
Yeah.
You are doing photography. You are also doing, photography. You're selling sweets.
Yeah.
You're selling some few things. Some people would not have that amount to help you with, but they want to support your hustle, you know. They would want to just reach you in a way, in one way or the other. Where can people actually find you? How can they reach you? How can they find you to give you support of that kind?
Yeah. So I'm basically based in Ongwediva. But in Ongwediva, you can call me anywhere. You can call me to Oshakati, Ongwediva. If you want photography now, photography, talking about Ongwediva or Shakati or Ndangwa, you can call me there. I can come there for photography. And I can also, my number, I will provide it. So
just give us your number.
That is 081 855 6567. That's the number you can reach me on. Or if you are the people that like sending emails, you can send me an email on nathanpax4@gmail.com. nathanpax4@gmail.com. That's my email. Like right now, I usually take pictures at my Rola Mall, and then things has been hard there. There comes the controller of the mall is saying this. No, don't take pictures here anymore. They go somewhere and do this. Not here at the mall. So I'm no more based at no more staying at Marula Mall. I'm just that person come. I'm a mobile photographer. Let me say that. Mobile photographer. I move whatever place you are calling me, I'm coming there. But if you are having money to go in Venice, I do it in Venice Park. That is the thing.
That is great. Tell me, just as we summarize, I want you to just look at this camera and, just encourage those guys. There are so many students who have given up with their lives already, and some people are actually killing themselves.
Yeah.
There are some people who just get themselves into drugs, and they just forget themselves and become useless in the society. I want you to just take this opportunity to talk to your fellow students. From what you're telling me, you've not even gotten a loan, but you are moving on. From what I hear from you, you have the courage. Already I'm still going to third year. Today is the first time I'm hearing that you've not cleared your school fees. Like, you make it look like everything is okay.
Yeah.
Everything is fine. Get you a small job here, small job there, put together, and life goes on, So I just want you to talk to this person who has given up, this person who is almost giving up, and this person who has all the provision with their families, and they are providing school fees and everything, but they are not just going in the right path. I want you to give you an opportunity to talk to those students, especially in your campus, because they know you better. And I want you to talk to all the students in Namibia in general.
Yeah.
Just encourage them. Please talk to them. Talk to them.
Guys, this is a time of realizing who you are. Sometimes it's not what your parents got, but it's what you and your mind is thinking of. So, shortly, I want to say, first, know where you are heading to. Know your background. Know where you are coming from. So, don't say, some of you are having parents that are paying for you. Don't say because you didn't do well, or the parents are not giving you money to go buy your clothes or your shoes. You need new sneakers. You need new Nike shoes. You're gonna end your life or do some, let me just say nonsensical things. Don't do things that your parents gonna regret. Do things that people or your parents gonna be happy with, and they will be happy with you. Specifically me, my parents don't provide me right now. It has been 2-3 years working on my own. I'm always telling people that work for yourself. Try to get something easy, simple. Then you work for yourself. You just get that amount of money that you need to buy something. So the encouragement is here. Guys, it's time to raise up. It's time to raise up. Try to do something. Don't be dependent. Be independent. Don't just depend on your parents. Sometimes some years your parents might gonna despair. You're gonna be left there alone, and yet you don't know where and how to find that money. It said, don't give them. Teach them how to get it. Don't give them. So let me say this. If your parents are not teaching you, then now you have the power, or let me say you have the authority to teach yourself how to get that amount of money, how to get to whatever you want to get yourself, not depending on your parents. And to the school students, don't be like a person. Don't show us that you are from, you don't imitate. Let me say, don't imitate that way. If the person is on campus and then is your friend, leave the person to live his or her life. Don't go to your parents and pressurize them that you also want a Nike, or your friend is coming with a Prado or Polo car at school. You also want them to buy for you a car. No. Those are the things why you are still in varsity learning or teaching yourself how to get them. So learn, get the small that you are getting, and strive for a better future. That is the thing. That's what I have to say to you.
That is so great, man. This has been very short. I think less than an hour, if I'm not wrong. Almost an hour done. We have actually spent over 50 minutes.
Yes.
And Tangeni, I just want to say thank you so much. Some things we don't know why God allows us to meet. You know, like I was telling you guys yesterday, before I came, I prayed and I said, God, I pray for those people I'm going to meet. I don't know them. I don't know how we are going to influence each other. I don't know, you know, and I also don't know why we had to spend some time, you know, just to have a chat together. This could just be a turning point for you. You may never know. So we just pray that God is going to help us, and even He's going to provide for you, and you're going to also just continue having that mindset of, you know, I will still make it. I will still make it. Things might seem low now, but I will still make it. Life has to move on. Even if things don't look like they are moving on, you know, a step at a time. One day I'll be there. So I really thank you so much for, you know, just allowing us to have this session with you. And I know God has a purpose. Trust me, I don't take anything for granted. I know God has a purpose as to why this had to be done in this way at this time, you know. So I just want to thank you so much. Keep working hard.
Thank you very much.
Spend time with, like you've said, you know, it is time for you to sharpen yourself, maintain your focus. We are going to meet some years to come, and we will remember of this day and say, yeah, you know, this is when we spoke about these things. So thank you so much. I really appreciate. I hope this has been a wrap for us. And for the people who will be watching this one in the next few minutes, I just want to say thank you so much for sticking to us, sticking with us. We are hoping that these conversations are going to change the way things are done, the way things are. It's going to change lives. They are going to, you know, influence people in a different way. And I believe that even Tangeni is not going to suffer just because we had this session together. I know Namibian people are very great people, and you people, you help each other so much. This is one of the guys that, you know, needs support. For me, I always believe you have to show me what you have before I can actually, you know, have the confidence to give you what I'm able to. So this is Tangeni. He's been working hard from his story, like you've heard. And Tangeni is in need. He has not told me to say that, but Tangeni is in need. So we just pray that if you are touched, I'm going to leave the contacts for Tangeni and all the other details. You know, sometimes people can sit down and cook stories. All the other details about how he performs and how everything goes, we are going to see how to provide. And you can also reach us at Eagles Clients, eaglestechnologies@yahoo.com. In case you have anything to communicate, you have a story that you think might inspire someone else, we are here, and just send us an email, communicate to us. You can reach us through WhatsApp, +264 816 120 563. We are going to write that one. And thank you so much for having time with us. This is another day and What a Story section. Thank you so much. God bless you, and we meet you in the other one.